current state of process improvement in finance has dramatically changed in the fact that there has been, with automation and offshoring, there has been a lot of improvement in that. And I think that the processes, again, are improving as a result of companies benchmarking against each other and making sure that, you know, they are literally copying exactly what has been. So in an overall, I would say that that process is really improving, and I think that is something that I can see a lot of growth in that. Looking at when we businesses used to do a lot more paperwork, now we don't have paperwork. It's all more, you know, electronic, and I think that you can also, you know, do things on the move with the mobile technology coming in. So it's really evolved, and we don't have to wait until somebody gets into the office. So things are moving at a very, very fast rate thanks to technology. So it's really evolved in that particular case. Finance is challenged with a couple of things on the offshore. I think part of it is that we do train some people by sharing the knowledge with those guys in the offshore. But at the end of the day, after 18 months or 2 years, they leave, and so we again have to retrain. So finance is a bit frustrated, and as a result that their time is split between supporting the operations within the business and also making sure that the BPO, where we have offshore the kind of backroom work, is also adapt to the knowledge. So that is a bit of a problem. The other piece, I think, is in terms of the availability to provide that particular details that is required by finance team here in the UK, for example, is that you find the timing is a bit difficult. The guys have left when they are supposed to be supporting the business and providing that particular information. So that's another one of the challenges. The trends are moving pretty fast. I think that one of the things that I look at is automation is making BPOs and companies think twice in terms of how they're investing their money into technology. And I think that with the trends that is, you know, with the operations coming straight through as well, where the businesses don't have to have a lot of, you know, exception, you know, processes, that actually is making the trends move. So I think in the long run, we expect to see automation especially moving up, not really taking over most of the things that the people will ever do, but I think that most of the straight-through processes would definitely be picked up by automation. In terms of region-wise, I think Europe, we're a little bit behind in catching up, but I think Asia, where we have a lot of BPOs, is really speeding up to make sure, because I think, for example, RPA is one of the challenges that is coming across for the BPOs, is taking over. So I think they have to come up with speed for that. I think, in my opinion, the US has got a lot of potential in terms of bumping up the trends in automation and investing in technology. I would say straight-through processes, that's number one, where we have repetitive work. That is, we have most of the companies in Europe and across the globe that have outsourced some of these processes to the BPOs. I think that's, you know, something that is going to be straight-through for RPA. The other thing that I would think of is maybe with the time and improvement in technology, we'll start getting into the exceptions that we have based on either language or region or operation, and then trying to get that. So I think that that's, in my opinion, is one of the key areas. That's one. Finance, in terms of people, technology, I think in my opinion, the best thing that you ever do is to invest into people by making sure they are highly trained to work with the automation, to understand the automation, because there's no point of having automation and you have people in finance that don't understand it. So I think that's one key area. I know it's some competition between human beings and automation, but I think at the end of it, it's very important that the people are harnessed with good knowledge, training, and making sure that the companies are also investing into technology, because that's the way forward. If you want to improve productivity, you want efficiency, and making sure that you can you get the dollar out of it after a long term of investment, that's the way forward. I think that's the only way you can harness people. When you have trained people, when you have good technology, and you have availability of support for this kind of environment, definitely the processes will be improving, and definitely you will get the benefit of even providing extra services to your customers as a result of that cost saving and as a result of investing into automation. I've been heavily involved in a lot of projects in terms of AP improvement processes, offshoring to India and any other, and within Eastern Europe. So I think that I thought maybe it would be a good idea for me to share off some of the experiences that I've gone through in terms of finance improvement, with the other folks here, and also just to try and get what the experiences from other people have been through. So it's going to be I'm looking forward to a very interactive discussion, 40 minutes roundtable discussion with some of my colleagues here.